Part 2, my Hanukkah. What is Hanukkah? Hanukkah is chinuch. Hanukkah means to learn how to be a Yidden. To learn. And we said learning means not that I'm injecting something, but learning means that I'm taking that which is deep within me and I'm bringing it out. I'm drawing out my light. That's Hanukkah. Like Hannukah Chevera, which means that we're bringing this home from potential to actual. It's a home. Before anybody lives in it, nothing's happening there. It has all the potential of being a wonderful place, filled with family, filled with communication, filled with love. But until you bring your family into it, and until you inaugurate it, nothing has happened there. So Hannukah Chevera means not just a housewarming party. We're bringing the house from potential to actual. We're drawing out that which is available within these walls. So too on Hanukkah, I bring out that which is available within these walls of my being, and that's called my neshama. I'm drawing out. And this we said the Greeks could not handle. They could not handle the fact that you could have a soul inside that could be brought out. They believed that you could have walls, but there's no soul to reveal. And therefore they had very interesting things that they made, decrees. One of the decrees that they made is they said, Kisvu lachem al keren ashor, write for you on the keren, on the horn of your oxes, Ein lechem chelik belakei Yisrael. You do not have a portion in the God of Israel. Why was that so significant? Some point out that in the olden days they used these horns as like baby bottles, which means on the bottle was a propaganda. We don't have a portion in the God of Israel. We don't have a portion in the God of Israel. We support the latest thing. We don't have a portion in the God of Israel. That it would deeply inculcate inside the soul, and they would train a new generation of people that did not feel any connection with their soul. They also had a very strange custom where they said that Jewish homes are no longer allowed to have doors on them. No doors. No doors. Now what's wrong with a door? Isn't a door a nice thing? No doors. What's the idea of a door? That's interesting. You're putting up a door? What are you bigoted? What, you don't let me in? You bigoted? Why can't I come in? The idea of a door in a home means that there's certain things that stay within the home, and then there's certain things that don't come into the home. And you're not bigoted if you have a door in your house. Just because some crazy person wants to come in and you don't let him because you've closed the door, you're not being unreasonable. You're being very reasonable. You understand that there's a world where there are some crazies and you want to protect your family and you appreciate the value of a door. But it's deeper than that. The idea of having a door in a house means that there's something called having an inner world that's different than the outer world. When there's no doors, you say there's no such thing as an inner world, an outer world. It's all the same. You come and go as you please. There's no such thing as making a sacred space which is exclusive. You know, we have a custom that when Jews get married, after the chuppah they go to a place called the Cheder Yichud. And you know, that place is a private room that nobody else is allowed to be in, only the husband and wife. So much so that they have people go in there to make sure like nobody's hiding under a bed or something. There's no cameras. This is a private room, totally private. And they tell the couple, they make sure nobody's there. Or some like yeshiva guy, like, get out of here, kick the guy out, hiding behind the curtain, come on, Get out of here. Not time for games now, Yankel. Get out of here. Kick him out. And they tell the husband and wife, lock the door. This is your private space. This is your private space. Because what we're saying is that we're about to create something sacred between this couple that is not for the rest of the world. That is special for this couple, that is unique, that is sacred, that this couple is supposed to share, and nobody else is allowed to be part of that. Now imagine some guy jumps in through the window or something, and he hops over there while this couple that has never been by themselves is holding hands, looking into each other's eyes, embracing. And this guy jumps into the window. It's like, oh, what's going on here? Like, you know? What you guys eating? Can I have some? So when the couple says, this is like kind of a moment, what do you mean? Like, what, you don't like me? No, like we think you're a fine person. It's just, there's sort of a moment happening right now that is meant to be private, that is meant to be exclusive and sacred. There's something special that's happening here. If the person can't understand that, he's Greek. If he can't understand that there's something different and private, this is the war of Hanukkah. And the Greeks said, take off your doors. There's no such thing as something private, special. Even the relations were just like crazy. Everyone together. The idea of something private and sacred, because sacred means something deep from the soul, from the neshama. That this is a private, sacred space that we want to share. And that when we put a door in our house, and we have a mezuzah on our door, and we light the Menorah by the door. We light the Menorah by the door. Some light the Menorah on the outside of the door. That we're shining this beauty even into the world. We're telling the world that the world could also have the specialness, the sacredness. The door is closed, but we're shining the light into the world. Some light even on the streets. We're telling the world that you could also have this. We want to share this. We all have our own private menorah, but we're telling the world that you can also have this privacy. You could also have this. We're sharing this light within the darkness, that you could have this as well. Some, like the Chassidim do, light the menorah inside the house. Because we're saying that, sadly, that the outer world has come into the inside of the house. It's creeped under the little crack on the bottom of the door. It's come in through the getchkelas and stuff. The outside world has come inside and is starting to infiltrate. And we need the light of Hanukkah inside the house now. That's what the Chassidim felt. So they light inside the house because the Reshus HaRabim came inside the Reshus HaYochid. And therefore we need the light of Hanukkah for the Bnei Abayis. But Hanukkah says that there's something called doors. And when the Yevanim came to the Beis HaMikdash, upartza chaimus migdalai, they made pirtzas. They started making holes in the wall. They said everything should just be open. For the Jew, we say, there's a lot of things we do together, but if you can't have any privacy, then we've lost everything. If something is not sacred, we've lost everything. And this is, of course, is the famous joke that the Rosh Yeshiva says that is so meaningful to me, where there was a hippie boyfriend and a hippie girlfriend. And the hippie girlfriend said to the hippie boyfriend, she said to him, she said, do you love me? And he says, of course I do. I love everybody. I love everybody. I don't think that's the answer she wanted to hear. No, but I asked, do you love me? Do you love me? Can we have something private? Can we close the door? That's why, what is it called? Public display of affection?
PDA.
Is so Greek, is so not Jewish. Because we're saying that there's certain things that require privacy, that require something sacred. You know what's the most private thing you have? Your neshama. Your neshama is very private. It's so tsanua, it's under many, many layers, your neshama. On Hanukkah, the chinuch is that you get in touch with that private place. So Hanukkah is a very, very special thing. At the same time that it's private, it's also pirsume nisa. We're sharing with the world that you could also have this privacy and this light and this connection. And the or of that special neshama, the or agonas, will shine once again into the world. So we should be zoche at the 36 candles of Hanukkah that we light, 36 candles, which correspond to the 36 tzaddikim in every generation. Those 36 tzaddikim, and those 36 tzaddikim correspond to the 36 hours that Adam was in the Garden of Eden. 12 hours on Erev Shabbos, plus 24 hours on Shabbos. 36 hours where there was only light. There was only or, the or agonas. This is the Lamed of tzaddikim. And these correspond to the 36 Mesechtas of Shas. That every one of the Mesechtas of Shas are shining. The first day of Hanukkah, brachas, is shining. And every other day of Hanukkah is more and more or. Because the Torah is that thing which lets me tap in to the inner light. Torah is called Oraisa. It's the or. It's all about the or. Ki ner mitzvah v'Torah or. The mitzvahs are your candles, but the Torah is the light that emanates from them. And every single one of the candles that you light, lahadlik ner Chanukah, is Rosh Hashanah's Nachal. That's the river that's flowing down from Shemayim, this great river of blessing, of feeling this or, feeling that the Temeim biyad tahorim, that even though the world is the Rabbim biyad ma'atim, that the world seems like many, and it seems overwhelming, in the Shetif Mayim Rabbim, but we understand with a little bit of light, you could push away a lot of darkness. And a little bit of light could shine into the world. And a little bit of light is all you need when you're with somebody that you love. You light one little candle. And that's all you need to feel that privacy, to feel that or. You know, everybody understands that you don't want to go on your first date in the middle of the day. The light is too strong. That's why you'll notice many times women like to go on dates at night. Because they say that the sunlight is very powerful, it's overwhelming. I'd rather go and have a date under the moonlight. Because the moonlight is that light that's more refined. It's a light that lets you see deeper into me. But even more intimate than moonlight is candlelight. When you sit by a candle with somebody you love, that's a light that starts to shine their neshama. That's a light that when you're with them, you realize even if there's no candle, it's still light. At the end, when even the candle goes out, it doesn't go out. That's the or of Hanukkah. That's why Hanukkah is 8 days. Because 8 means it never goes out. There's no Havdalah at the end of Hanukkah. This is a light that we're going to kindle now. And there was never been a Hanukkah like this, Tov Shin Pei Hey, ever. That we're going to kindle this light that's going to last us into the era of Mashiach. We should be Zoycha Mamish once and for all. That this Hanukkah, Mashiach is going to come and going to shine this light into the world, the Chaim and the Cheshivas, the beauty of Hanukkah once and for all. We should be Zoycha Zayin Mamish to the Binyan Beis HaMikdash, where the great light of the Menorah is going to come and shine once again and shine that light into the world, that humanity will have this light, that the Or of Chaim, the beauty and the grace of Hanukkah will shine once again, that we'll see our light. We'll start lighting up ourselves and we'll be able to share this light, because when a candle shares its light, it doesn't lose anything of its own. We'll start lighting up other people, ner la'elif. We'll start lighting up the entire world and bring out everyone's internal light. That's the chinuch, bringing things from the inside outwards. And we should see this beautiful light once and for all. We should be Zoycha Mamish, this Chanukah to Mashiach Tzidkeinu b'mhera v'yameinu. Amen. Amen. Have a wonderful day. A freilich and lichtigen Chanukah.